Shalom, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. The Lord willing, this lesson is edifying unto the elect. This is going to be a quick lesson. Okay, just going into what's new in the news right now. I have a clip from Fox News going into this supposed U.S. airman that was rescued from Iran. Okay, and the title of this clip is Easter Miracle. U.S. airman saved from deep inside Iran. Okay, now this is something in the news rotation right now. We know that yesterday was the day of Easter, which goes back to Ishtar, which is a female, the divine feminine spirit. Okay, an ancient goddess that was worshipped in different cultures in the ancient world. Okay, who is also Diana, who is also Semiramis, the Queen of Heaven, which the scriptures speak of. And many people of today's time will tell you that Easter is about celebrating the resurrection of who the world ignorantly calls JC, which we know that all of the customs surrounding Christianity goes back to different pagan rituals and feast days, because Christianity, going back to the Council of Nicaea, was mixed with different pagan religions so that they could assimilate different nations into the religion of Christianity. It was about control. Okay, going back to Constantine, which those were wicked jakes. Okay, but and when I say we, I'm talking about you brothers out there in the truth and you few sisters. We kept the Passover. In the Hebrew is the Pesach. And that's the true high holy day. Okay? But to me, which we know they saying that this U.S. airman was downed on Good Friday, and he was saved, he was rescued from, by helicopters. He was beamed up, so to speak, resurrected. He was lifted up on Easter, and they're calling it an Easter miracle. Well, to me, this smells like another Psyop slash ritual to push this holy war narrative that Babylon is constructing to justify this war in Iran. Okay, which we know this war with Iran is biblical, because it leads to World War III, which also leads to the return of the one the world ignorantly calls JC, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, a so-called Negro, no Blanco. Okay, and if you do your research, there's plenty of talks of this dude, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and other members of Donald Trump's cabinet religiousizing, if that's a word, this war, and calling it a holy war. Okay, I just did a search. Pete Hegseth, Holy War Rhetoric. See, it's a known thing. See, Perry, the Star Tribune on Pete Hegseth and the right's dangerous obsession with the Crusades. They're trying to bring the Crusades back. Okay. Oh, this is from MS Now, God of War, how Pete Hegseth is waging a holy war. That's a week ago. You know, they've been talking about this. Oh, see that right here? New York Times. Hegseth invokes divine purpose to justify military might. Defense Secretary. This is bullshit. Oh yeah, New York Times wants you to pay now. But you can see it says Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has imbued U.S. military actions with a Christian moral underpinning that suggests they are divinely sanctioned. This is the same stuff going back to the justification of the slaughter of the tribes of Gad and Reuben and the rest of the tribes of the Northern Kingdom when the conquistadors came over here to America to colonize it. Okay? It's the same mentality that was used in forming the fake state of it's not real. Going back to the 1948ers with the Balfour Declaration. That's how these devils operate. They know certain scriptures, but they twist them. And that's exactly what the devil does. The word devil means to deceive or to falsely accuse, right? So this whole narrative of this U.S. airman going down on Good Friday and being rescued on Easter Sunday, right? They're trying to say that they're trying to push it as a miracle, like with the whole JC thing, which there's no Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the scriptures. Okay, that's a Roman thing. Okay, but if you go into the comments, you see that this is working. You see, yes, it's Easter miracle. He has risen. Okay, bless the Lord for this Easter miracle. Thank you, JC. Easter miracle indeed. See that? And this is a form of witchcraft. This is a form of deception, so that these Americans will feel justified in what they're doing over there in Iran. Okay? Happy Easter. He has risen. You see? And this happens time and time again. Okay, before I get this, let's get it's that Psalms 50. Right, Isaiah 26 and 10, but it's another one in Psalms 50. Isaiah 26 and 10, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. They tried to portray America as a Christian nation, a nation built on moral principles and godly principles. But this place is totally wicked, going back to the formation. And it's only has gotten more and more wicked. Okay. Just totally hypocritical. Psalms 50:16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing that thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee. The NLT says, but God says to the wicked, who is Esau Edom, right? Why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? For you refuse my discipline and treat my words like trash, right? Presidents are sworn on the Bible and turn around and create endless wars and cause chaos and spread wickedness in the earth. They push the alphabet soup on children and on the public. They push perversion, especially these tiny tops, which they're all Edomites. So they all run the same plays at the end of the day. Okay, and Yahweh Shai said this. He said to look out for stuff like this. It's Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. That's the time we're coming into. Great evils on the earth. 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. And that's why time is speeding up. 23, getting to the point. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is a Mashiach, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets. This dude Pete Hegseth is a false prophet, and many liken unto him. The whole idolatrous crew of Esau Edom. Trump as well. A lot of these people believe in Trump like he's some kind of Messiah. Right? And shall show great signs and wonders. This so-called Easter miracle of the U.S. Airmen, that's a false miracle. That's a false sign. Who knows what the hell happened? Who knows if the plane, they didn't, shoot it down purposely just to do this? Who knows if the dude even got rescued, if he was captured? Yeah, the Iranians, right, putting bounties on the guy, people looking for him, but supposedly the CIA found him and the military got him before anybody else. So we don't really know what the hell is going on. But people are falling for the deception. Okay? In so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, which we know that's not possible. The elect of the nation of Israel will not be deceived. They're going to see through all these false miracles and false signs. But for the rest of the people, they're going to fall victim to these different schemes. The scriptures say, lest Satan shall get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know how this man moves with the psyops and the rituals. Okay? Verse 25, behold, I have told you before. You see, so Yahweh Shai, he warned us about these different things. We know, according to the scriptures, this place is going to fall. They're gonna be drugged into World War III by the tiny tops, and it's going to end with America being totally annihilated with ICBMs, with nuclear warheads from every nation that possesses them, even the NATO nations. Okay? So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to bring this out, something to think about. With that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Until the next one, Shalom.